Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Honey Badger dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today is Friday. Did you ever hear that saying, you're smarter than you think you are? That guy's smarter than he looks. People say it a lot. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is the fact that people are much more intelligent than they think they are. We don't give ourselves credit, half of us, for how intelligent we are. You could throw a stone in any direction and hit somebody over the head who's overconfident and thinks they're smarter than they really are. But more common are people who don't realize they're actually smarter than they are. Well, let's discuss how we find out how smart we are, how we understand what do we need to see in ourselves to realize we're really smart. Let's get started. Well, you're creative. Are you creative? A definite sign of intelligence is creativity because it requires thinking outside the box, flexibility, and it necessitates a kind of shift and change in your patterns of thinking from one way to another. One good example of that type of intelligence is advertising agencies. They have to create out of nothing the ability to translate something into a message that illuminates a brand and makes it so compelling that you walk away and say, I've got to get that. So creativity is really its own brand of smart. People who are intelligent are messy. That's right. You're messier if you're smarter than you think you are. The messier you are, the smarter you are. How about you go into the office of an executive and it's all laid out and it's just tidy and there's one piece of paper in the center. And you go into another executive's office and there's piles of file folders, half of them open, scattered papers over there, piles on the ground. You tell me. The other guy's really clean and organized. But the messy guy, I bet he knows where every file is, where every sticky note is that he put in there. They devise creative ways to do it. They're cluttered. Others work in a very tidy setting. But the messy people tend to brainstorm more and come up with more creative, interesting ideas. It's just a fact. So, before you berate yourself or other people for perpetually having a cluttered desk, give yourself and your buddy a few extra IQ points first. People like this are curious. You're curious. So if you love to learn, the more you're going to learn and the smarter you'll get. Science backs it up. Think about it. How people invest their time and effort in their intellect. It's called feeding your curiosity, and it plays a huge role in cognitive growth. But it isn't just learning that makes us smarter. It's the wanting to learn more, which is a very common trait in intelligent people. You can have a high IQ test, okay? But you're also going to be curious and open to more ideas, new ideas. People with curiosity are much more talented to deal with ambiguity. They can have a more quote-unquote sophisticated style of thinking, left, right, angles, up, down, if that makes any sense. Boy, I must be Einstein, because if you talk to yourself, you're really an intelligent person. It's not a sign that you're crazy, it's just the opposite. I mean, these are things that I research. I don't just come up with these things, okay? So talking out loud to ourselves improves self-control, believe it or not. It's an important form of intelligence. I took sugar fishing today. I talked to myself for 2 hours. I must be coming up with a new formula for chemistry. You see, the key is here that measured concentration and performance from those who read out loud is better. Talking out loud Nets control, which is why so many professional athletes talk to themselves out loud during games. People who are really intelligent have high self-control. Whether you exercise it by talking to yourself out loud or willing it, it's an overlooked sign of intelligence. Self-control. What do you think of that one? It doesn't stare you in the face as something that really intelligent people would have. But those choosing to wait for something had higher IQ scores in the study. And that says that resisting making impulsive decisions and carefully weighing opposites correlates with intelligence. It's true. You're not good with being by yourself. Intelligent people want to be around others. Think about it. If you like your own company and aren't in constant need of being around others, that's a sign of intelligence. Believe it or not. So maybe I'm not that intelligent because I feel lonely when I'm alone. See, I have too much going on in my brain. The really intelligent people, when they're alone, use their alone time to think, to prioritize, to plan, to work on their self-control. Intelligent people are funny. I'm funny. Many of us are funny. Funny is a good one. We've talked about senses of humor. You see, razor sharp wit, a sense of humor, adds up to a smart person. You're quick on the response, okay? So, funny humor breeds intelligence. Intelligent people tend to be open-minded. Well, open-minded to other people's point of view, okay? Not necessarily open-minded to things that they're against, okay? So open-minded people are more likely to be confident about their opinion and less likely to be manipulated. That's the key. That's why you want to have your own opinion, because you're going to be able to hold on to it and not be manipulated. Well, the bottom line on all this about intelligent people, really intelligent people, the thing that stuck out in my mind when I'm reading it is the people that are the smartest, most intelligent, are not convinced they're particularly smart. They go through the world thinking they're regular people, nothing special. What do you think about that? People who are less competent or bright consistently, this is research was done, consistently overestimate their mental abilities, while intelligent people are far more aware of their limitations. See, I've always talked about it this way. Knowing your limitations means you're more likely to surround yourself with people to offset those limitations, complementary angles, so to speak. It also makes you a hungrier person to learn more, which will make you smarter. So, what do? We put all these things together to get ourselves into a position where we have a better life. That's what it's all about. It's all about realizations. What we just talked about, it's simple. All it means to me is that we realized, okay, you come to understand a little bit better who you are. That's all. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please, by all means, send me your comments. I reply to every one of them. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel. Please send me your comments. As you know, I reply to every single one of them. This has been The Real Senior Stoner, talking about how do you recognize if you're an intelligent person. It's a lot easier than I thought. We're also using our orbiter to get a little air filtration today. And I believe what we're going to use today is we're going to use some batter, because batter holds up good when I turn it upside down. Here we go. Setting it up. Getting ready for it to get hot. Gonna take our hit. Thank you for watching and participating today. Remember, we're all smarter than we think we are. Wow. Water filtration helps so much. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great Friday. Cheers.